Hey y'all,
Welcome back
to the
channel. I know you fucking lying.
Okay then.
Hey y'all. What was you looking at? Craziness.
I fucking get it.
Hey
Listen,
y'all.
get into the ambiance.
Right.
Okay.
Check this out.
Y'all
Little
like it?
setup.
Well,
We didn't
Hill
like
got
it.
her shot glass. I blew it out.
Yeah, here go the shot glass.
But we have to have a few things that we like, to get into this tea. Okay. So today we're gonna give you guys a review of the Queens of R&B. Those queens are SWV and Escape.
Yes, y'all.
So they have a new show out detailing their a tour that they did together. And if you went there, you probably know what I'm talking about. If you didn't, make sure you tune in every review that we do.
Period.
So you can get the tea, poo. Period. Okay, so of course, it starts out with the detailing like the rise and fall of both SWV and Escape. SWV ended up breaking up because of what's the name? The lead.
Coco.
Because Coco wanted to do some solo things or whatever, but it was okay. It was like an amicable split, so to speak. And of course, the breakup with Escape. Yeah, it was the same thing with Tasha wanting to do her own solo thing or whatever. Amongst some other things that was said about, Candy, whatever.
Right.
So, it starts off with talking about that. Then it goes into Candy and Tiny wanting Tamika to address the text message that she sent her sister Latasha at their last show that was in Vegas.
Yep.
Supposedly, Tasha felt
she felt like she was body shamed. Ultimately, what happened in Vegas was, I believe, Tamika, Tamika and Candy were locked out of their dressing room. Now, I don't know what that had to do with Tasha, but Tasha said she was up and out and she left. So she left her sister. And then when they're conversing about it in text messages, pretty much Tasha was like, y'all can kiss my ass. I think she said anybody that felt I was wrong about walking away or leaving or whatever can kiss my ass. In which Tasha, Tamika, her sister, says, if you had an ass to kiss. Boop. And that to Tasha was body shame.
I don't understand what's so deep about the text though.
She feels like Tamika body shamed her, and Tamika said, if you had an ass to kiss.
Tiny bye.
And clearly she's had an issue with her being the overweight one in the group. Let her tell it. These are your words, not mine. I'm not calling you overweight. You said that you had a problem with being the overweight one in the group. And I guess somebody else said, I think Candy was like, well, she ain't never had a big ass. I mean, really, none of y'all never really had a big ass. They put that work in, as in went and bought it. You could have did the same thing. So I don't think it's body shaming. Tamika was like, I wasn't body shaming. That was just like, some shit that people say, just to talk shit or whatever. But Tasha talking about, you body shamed me. I think you're doing too much, man.
I think you're doing too much too. Because had my sister said that, and I know my sister got ass, and it ain't bought. Okay, so had she said that to me, I'd have been like, touche, bitch, you got it.
Yeah, give me some of your ass.
At the end of the day, you know what you got, and if you're confident in who you are and the body that you've been given, and you love every inch and every ounce of yourself, What you mad about a simple fucking, like she said, it was just a figure of speech. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't got no ass, but I love everything I got, okay? Girl, bye. You was pushing it and you doing too much. You making an issue that wasn't even needed to be a fucking issue.
It's really not an issue
Don't
that big.
Make my motherfucking ball drop.
Like, it's an issue to the point where it's affecting business and it's not even that serious. So I don't know how they need to talk to you. Maybe you need to have a conversation with, y'all need to talk to me this way or whatever, because that is so minuscule. And I don't want to say that your feelings are obsolete or whatever the situation is, but if you had an ass to kiss, really?
You blew that up to the point to where it's getting in the way of business.
Girl.
At the end of the day, boo, I see you and I know where you going. So let's go. Let's continue to get into it. So SWV, they come in, honey, on the scene. They having a hot rehearsal and they discuss collaborating with Escape for a tour. And of course, you know, they had to mention the verses where somehow or another they believe that they won.
Okay then, so I'm not the only one tripping. When they said that shit, I said, where did you think that you won that versus? Because clearly Escape body y'all. Clearly they sung their songs, they sounded good. Y'all came out here still looking like y'all from the fucking 80s. Like, I definitely understand the vibe with the boots and the da-da-da-da-da, whatever.
Right.
But come on now.
Escape came in and gave a whole vibe for the verses. They got up, they sang, they acapella, they was a vibe.
I think they sung some of y'all shit too.
Okay, and y'all sat there as if this was the, you know, wind down and chill. Like, boo, we not in no club. It's not no club appearance. Y'all have a full stage to do a show. And I don't know how you thought you won, but from my perspective, boo, it definitely was an Escape. Sorry.
Period.
So they talk about collaborating, and it seems that they all three were in agreement with the tour with Escape. Okay. Taj ends up setting up a meeting for them to discuss the tour, that them being Escape and SWV, all group members. Right. So Tasha come in and she got a whole motherfucking attitude. You don't even want to speak. You didn't want to hug your sister, but you claim you ain't have no problem. Then you said in front of everybody that it was some internal issues going on within Escape that you guys needed to figure out before you could even agree to go on the tour.
You look so out of it.
No, I'm cool.
Yeah, I'm not excited. We got a lot of internal issues that we got to deal with.
Why you involving SWV in some Escape business? Really, why you involving SWV Candy Tiny in some Tasha Tamika business?
Some family business.
Over a fucking tax.
Girl.
You too grown for this.
Too damn grown.
You too old for this.
Period.
Okay, boo.
Like, when I saw that shit, I was like, it's internal. Do you not know what internal means?
That means self, boo.
That means talk about this shit internally within your damn group, not the other group that's trying to do business with you that could very well easily be like, we too old for this shit. We not gonna deal with this shit. We don't want to go on tour with this shit.
Because I'm telling you, had you said that to me and I was in SWV, I'd have been like, okay, well, I think it's best that we just table this and come back at another time.
Pretty
and we
much.
both would have lost out on some big money. Although we leaving for Africa tomorrow, so.
Throw that up in there. Okay then, like,
okay.
I definitely understand that. And at the end of the day, the ones that's really making that money is Tiny and Candy. So why just say anything, do anything that's not even that serious? Why do anything that could put what you're trying to accomplish in jeopardy? Like, Tasha, you just moving not right. Get it together.
Moving right. So SWV, they go to Africa for a show. They booked and they busy. Okay. From what Lily said, I think she said they do 40-some shows.
Damn, I think it was 40 something a year or something, which she said, which is good for where they at. Like, you know, they've been in the game for however long, so I think that's good for where they at too. You
I
do
think so,
definitely 2, 3, 4. I don't know math, but more than 4 shows a month.
Yeah. So they booked and busy. Then it went to the Scott sisters having a meeting with their mama at the mama's house. And she called Tamika to come over to have a sit down. Now, Tasha's already there. She's already had a one-on-one conversation with her mama about the text message, which means mama already heard one side of the story. So when Tasha is called, when Tamika has been called by her mom, it's kind of like, you need to get over here. We need to have a conversation about the text message between you and your sister. It wasn't room for a rebuttal.
Pretty much. Get your ass here now.
Yeah, she was summoned.
Yeah.
Okay. So Tamika get there and, she's already hesitant because she believes that her mama favors Tasha over her.
I see that.
And it is what it is. It happens in a lot of families. Sometimes parents have favorites. That's okay. But you just got to move accordingly. Do what's best for you and your mental health, okay? Yeah. So she kind of already knew that her mama was going to be on Latasha's side. However, she still went out of respect. And I kind of hated that she did.
I kind of hated that she did too. Like, it was definitely a 2 against 1 situation. They were talking about what led up to the mama wanting to have this conversation, but ultimately the conversation turned into y'all stole my money. Y'all being Tasha and her husband Rocky. Because Tamika found out that a minute ago when they were doing Escape, that it was a particular royalty that every member was supposed to be receiving, and she was not getting that royalty. And when they did research, they found out that her royalty was going to Rocky into his account, and them checks were actually cash. They were used. Yep. So Tamika was ready to come up off and go off on her mama. I know her mama sitting over there. That's not what happened. And Tamika, they stole my money, mama. They did. Mama done hopped up. Like she wants to hit her daughter over her telling her damn truth.
My thing is, Tamika ain't finna put this on national television and say that Tiny's mama informed her about these royalty checks if there was no truth. Okay,
it's some truth to it.
It's got to be some truth to it. And so for her to bring that up as a point of, why she was upset. My thing was, the thing that got me was, as she's explaining the story to her mama, here go her mama, she being dramatic. She being dramatic. You see, having a little side conversation with Tasha. And it's like, no, what you should have been doing was giving her your undivided attention. You should have been actively listening so that you can understand her feelings and her point of view and why she said what the fuck she said, rather than saying, oh, I already know what's going on. We just called you over here to say that you need to have your sister's back, tone it down, and do what she say. Be the yes man to Latasha. That's what the meeting was for.
I didn't like that shit at all. And that mama, I'm gonna need you to sit down. And clearly you ain't gonna be able to sit down because Tasha's gonna be the one that keep you in their damn business. Yeah. I definitely didn't like the way that mama fucking reacted. Yeah. I'm gonna need you to do better because you can clearly see who you do favor more.
You picked a side.
I don't understand why you are picking sides, why their sides. And if you stole that damn girl money, give it back. Tasha sitting up in the damn confessional talking about, I don't know how we could steal the money or whatever situation is if it's not in her if it's not in our name. I'm thinking you got the same last name as her.
And also, didn't Rocky used to manage the group?
I know sisters out there that share each other information. So ain't no saying that you did. Y'all both of y'all names, y'all got the same initials, I'm pretty sure. Y'all look alike to me, at least a little bit. Y'all could. So it's not very hard for you to cash that check if you wanted to. He
Even
probably
if
had
it-
you sign it over to him.
Yeah, even if it wasn't like a cash check type of thing, if it's sent over to somebody's account, there's no cashing. It's there. It went to this
His
account.
information there.
And like she was kind of explaining, like, you know, he used to be over a lot of Escape's business. You know, when they did have him doing whatever he was doing for the group. Don't get me wrong, don't quote me. Put it down in the comments if you know what it is. But I think he used to be a manager of Escape. And if he wasn't the manager, he was doing some type of managerial duties.
Right.
And I can see where, oh, well, it's royalty. So possibly that same connection that they had or the account that they had back then, okay, obviously went over and they just put your money up in there. I can see that happening. So whether you took her money or not, the text message was too much. Oh, you can hug her in front of your mama, but when you was in front of SWV and the other two of your group members, you didn't even want to give your sister a hey girl, hey.
I didn't like that, Tasha. Why is you acting
stumped
like
her.
that?
She was like, hey.
Why is you acting like that? Your face so damn stuck up in the damn sky for what? For what? It always be the most insecure ones. It's always them. And yeah, I'm calling you insecure because we clearly realize that shit. Do better. But one thing I do want to say, Tiny and Candy, y'all need to stop sleeping on the damn music. Put some tracks out. Y'all sitting up here talking about y'all holding on the hard drives with damn songs in there. Put some of that shit out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, damn, we want to hear some.
I wanted her to skip to the part what Tiny was talking about. I was trying to hear the song as well.
I thought she was talking about a totally different song. That's why I'm like, shit, I want to hear too.
What is
music
it?
y'all
Like,
got?
play it. What are y'all doing?
Girl.
Okay. Anyway, y'all, that was really the gist of the first episode.
Pretty much.
If you want to hear a little bit more about these queens of R&B, make sure you follow, like, subscribe, comment, dislike, and get into the mix. Like, follow this. Get into it. Okay? Yeah.
Yes, y'all.
Yes, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Okay? And also look out for our lives coming soon. Peace out, you guys. Bye.
I know you fucking lying. Okay then.